Hello, third graders. Today's assignment is we are going to go through this test that you took yesterday. It's the cumulative review for your state test. And so we're going to go through each of these questions and hopefully figure out which ones tricked you and how to make better decisions next time when you see the tricks that we learned today. Somewhere in this video, I'm going to give you an animal of the day, and that way you can get credit for going through this video. Number one. Which list shows the numbers in order from least to greatest? Least is small, greatest is big. So we're going to line these numbers up. I've got 79, 97, 68, and 86. We need to put them in order from small to big. I'm going to start looking at the biggest place value I have, which is the tens place, and I need the smallest one, which is the 6. So 6 will come first. That means A is no good and B is no good. After 6, 7 is next. That means that B is out. So I get 60, 70, 80, and 90. Number 2, Lydia paid 85 cents for an eraser. Which group of coins is enough to pay for her eraser? It doesn't say it has to be an exact amount. It just says which one is enough. And so, if we can get that a little less blurry. Enough means it has to be 85 cents or more. If I walked into the store, I could buy an eraser for 85 cents. Or if I had 90 cents, I could still buy that eraser. If I have 75 cents, they're not going to let me walk out of the store. So let's count this money. 3/4 is 75 cents, plus a nickel is 80 cents. That is not enough money. 2/4 is 50 cents. 4 dimes is 40 cents. 50 plus 40 equals 90. I could get an eraser with letter B. Then I'm going to look at C. 2/4 is 50 cents. 2 dimes is 20 cents. And a nickel is 5 cents. When I add those up, 50 plus 20 plus 5, 50 plus 20 plus 5 is the same as 75 cents. And then 1/4 is 25 cents, 4 dimes is 40 cents, and 2 nickels is 10 cents. So I've got 25 plus 40 is 65, plus 10 is 75 cents. The only one that's enough to buy an 85-cent eraser is B. Number 3, what fraction of the circle is shaded? 1, 2, 3, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 out of 8. Number 4, which digital clock matches the time shown on the other clock? So let's look here. My hour hand is the short word. My minute hand is the long word. It's the long hand. So I've got my short hand here. It must be the hour hand. It's going to go and hook in the 2. It didn't quite make it to the 3. So it's going to hook in the 2. It's 2 something. We're pointed over here to the 9. So let's count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It is 2:45, letter A. Number 5, we have a fact family. A fact family has to have all the same numbers. So I've got 7 plus 4, oops, that should have been an equal sign. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 4 plus 7 equals 11. 11 minus 4 equals 7. In a fact family, I'm going to have 2 addition facts. I'm going to have 2 subtraction facts. I already have both addition facts. I'm missing a subtraction fact. I have to have an 11, a 4, and a 7, or else it would not be a number. Letter A does not have an 11, so it cannot be the correct answer. Letter B has a 15. That is not the same numbers that are in our fact family. Letter C has a 3 in it. Again, we don't have a 3. That cannot be correct. we have 11 minus 4 equals 7. We should also have 11 minus 7 equals 4, which is the other two. That is exactly. Number 6, which of the following equals 500? Several of you yesterday, when you were taking the test, were very upset because these were in a different order. So this 5 is worth 500, and this 8 is worth 80, and this 6 is worth 6. This is not 500. It can't be right. This one has a 500, and 80, and a 6. This one has 600. That's not correct. And this one has 60, not 6. So why is this one correct when it's out of order? Well, do you remember us talking about the cumulative property? This is the cumulative property of addition. It's actually 3 numbers, so it would be the associative property of addition. You can add those numbers up in any order, and you're going to get the same sum as if you were to add them in the order that you did. Number 7. This one, they threw one of their famous tricks at me today, and I had some of you question this in class. You just got confused, and some of you didn't know which way to measure, and it just threw you off. So let's go over this again. We talked about in class how sometimes they're going to break the ruler, or sometimes they just scoot it over and they don't start it at 0. So when you're measuring something, it's very important that you always start with 0. And they didn't. So because they didn't, we're going to have to count how many inches long this prism is without using that 0. So I'm going to count it by hops. There's 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches long. C is the correct answer. Now I could have done that by saying I landed on the 5 minus I started on the 1. 5 minus 1 is still 3. Number 8 wants to know what fraction of the pencils are shaded. Well, there's 4 pencils total, and 3 of them are shaded. So D is the correct answer. This one says number 8 too, but if you noticed on the sheet that we did on the Google Classroom page, I changed that and let you know that that was a typo, and I said this one should have been 9. So hopefully that didn't throw you off too much. The party's going to start at 11:30, so we need to draw a number line. Start right here. The party starts at 11:30, and it ends at 4 o'clock. And we want to know how many hours and minutes are between the start and the end of the poll. So I'm going to go from 30 because my first step is to make my minutes match. Second step is to make my hours match. And if you, those of you at home, remember we have rocks, hills, and mountains. These are 1 minute, these are 5 minutes. And so we have 30 plus 5, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, o'clock. And we always write what o'clock. We just reached 12 o'clock. 12 comes after 11. And then my minutes now match. So I need to work on hours. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I see 4 hours. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. 4 hours and 30 minutes. Number 10, Mrs. Carrero bought a toaster and a can opener. Here's our toaster. Here's our can opener. Wants to know the best estimate. Best means we're going to round to the one that's going to give us the fewest amount different than the actual answer. So estimate is we're going to round. We want to know how much she paid altogether. 27. Look at them. They all have 1 0 on them. And out of 10, 100, and 1,000, 10 has 1 0 on it. So we're going to round them to 10. 27 rounds to 30. 19 rounds to 20. So altogether she paid from which means the same as 6 ones, 2 tens, and 5 hundreds. Let's just turn it around. Here's my hundredth place, my tens place, and my ones. I have 500, 2 tens, 6 ones, 500, 26. Look at all those tricks they do. They switch those around. They just put them in all different orders. If you weren't paying attention and you just did it in the order they put them in, you would have put 625. So always make sure you know where you're putting them and what they're telling you. Number 12, perimeter. What is the perimeter of this equilateral triangle? There's 2 words right there. It gives you a hint this time. Because equilateral means all sides are equal. That means if this is 7, then so is this, and so is this. Perimeter equals plus. Perimeter equals plus. So I have 7 plus 7 plus 7. 3 sides there. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 7 is 21. Could have also said there's 3 sides. So 7 times 3 is 1. Right, hope you're doing well so far. Number 13, we've got another one people thought they made a mistake on, but what they've done is they put this together on this side of the less than sign, and then they put the 9 over here. So what it's really saying is 7 plus some number is less than 9. Let's put these numbers in there and see what happens. 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 is less than 9. So that one actually works. Let's try the other one. 7 plus 2 is 9, is less than 9. Nope, that didn't work. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 is less than 9. Nope, did not work. If you put 5 in there, 12 is less than 9. Does not work. Only one that keeps that a true statement. Okay. Number 14, we just got a number pattern. They put it on a number line, but it's just a number pattern. How did I go from 36 to 38? Plus 2. Plus 2. So to get the missing number, I have to plus 2. B. Willie has 10 DVDs, 25 CDs, and 35 videos. Which number sentence could Willie use to find out how many DVDs and CDs he has? We're only looking for 2 things, DVDs and CDs. We don't care about videos. And he wants to know how many he has. That means all together, right? It doesn't say how many more. It says how many does he have. We're going to add those up. 5 plus 25 plus 10. You could know that B was wrong because it's 35. We should not have a 35. We should not have a 35. And on B, there's another 35. The only answer there is letter A. In which number does the 6 have the least value? Well, 6 in the tens place is 60. 6 in the tens place is 60. 6 in the hundreds place is 600. 6 in the ones place is 6. Where is the 6 worth the least amount? Here. If this crayon is 3 inches long, we want to know how long we can say that this straw is. Well, I know that this straw is at least going to be 3 of those crayons. I don't know exactly how long that is, but it looks like it will fill up at least 3 of those. And so if each of them is 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3, I would say the correct answer. Just because I'm the one that put this together for you this time, because it was hard to tell, I would have counted 10 also, correct? But the actual answer should have been 9. The reason I would have counted 10 is I think it's way too close for us to actually guess that that can only fit up of those crayons. Although it looks like it, I could see where you might make that mistake, so I counted 10 also, but the state test don't count on me to count more than one. They just won't do it. Number 18, which pair of figures is congruent? That means, they gave you a hint again, they have to have the same shape, the same size, and the same shape. While these are both triangles, they are not the same shape, nor are they the same size. Therefore, they are not congruent. These are the same shape, they're both parallelogram, but they are not the same size. This shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octagon. And this shape is a pentagon. Those are not the same shape. So not the same shape, not the same size, not the same shape. This, if I turn that square around, doesn't it just make another square? No, it just twisted it, didn't it? Those are the same shape. They're both squares, and they are the same size. One is just tilted around. Before we start number 19 here, my animal of the day today is cat. So on the question, when you finish watching this video, you need to type in the word cat in order to get credit for this video today. Number 19. Natalie made this pictograph to show how many rocks she collected for her science project each day last week. Here's her days of the week. And my key, which is the most important spot, is right there. And my key says that each of these equals 2 rocks. It wants to know on which day did Natalie collect 4 rocks. Well, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 rocks. 2, 4, 6, 8. While there are 4 pictures of rocks, each rock is worth 2, so Monday is not correct. I hope that didn't trick you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rocks. 2, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, and 2 rocks. On which day did Natalie collect 4 rocks? And the correct answer is right here. Wednesday is the day that Natalie collected 4 rocks. Number 20, Carolina had $18. She spent $7 to buy a new shirt. Which operation should she use to find out how much money she has now? Well, in class, my kids, I would be sitting here pointing to the keywords, and they would tell me that the keyword right here is spent. If I had money and then I spent money, that means I got rid of it. The correct operation would be back. Number 21. Which one means the same as 2 10s and 14 ones? Well, 2 10s is worth 20, and 14 ones is worth 14. So together, that means those 2 are worth 34. You had 2 10s pieces, 14 ones, altogether you would have 34 units. How wide is a classroom door? Well, let's go back to measurement. Centimeter is the width of your pinky. A foot is the size of a ruler or the length of a sheet of paper. An inch is the thumb, the distance from the knuckle on your thumb to the end, so I'm on the right thumb there. Let me show you mine so you know what I'm talking about. When you bend your thumb, right here, this is about an inch. Oh, there we go. From here down, that's an inch. And so a meter is the size of a baseball bat. Which one of those is the best estimate for the width of a door? Well, my door has to be wider than a pinky and a ruler and a thumb. A meter is the. And the last one today, the pattern. We have a rectangle, circle, slanted rectangle, triangle. Rectangle, circle, slanted rectangle, triangle. Rectangle, circle, slanted rectangle, triangle. Answer is a circle. I hope that you did well. Keep trying. Remember, a passing grade of 70 or above, and as long as you're making passing grades on these practice tests, then it's likely that you'll make a passing grade on the state test. Keep working hard, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.